Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and welcome to my channel. And it's really cloudy. The sky's white with clouds, and it's freezing cold, okay, because it's going to be winter soon. Anyway, so today I'm going to do a little bit more work on this cover. I haven't done a lot. I did my circle and then I got rid of the blue, but I didn't because I still left some there. Looks like I can see, but I will just wet that later and get that off there. I think I really like what I've done with it. This bit here, some pieces falling off there. But now I think I'm going to do, I haven't finished, I can do all this, by myself. You don't have to sit there and watch that because it does take a little while. It does take a little while to do that. But I've got this little tiny wee little flowery thing that I made. Now it's like a suffle puff, only not. It's not a suffle puff. It's like one, but it's not. So that was supposed to stick on there, but it did not do that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sew it onto here, but I want to make it some little friends. I need to have more than one on there, I think, just to give some more texture and interest to the cover. So how I did this was not with a circle but with a flat piece, because all I have in that sort of thing was these long strips here on there that I cut off that, and that's how I made that one. So I'm going to show you how I did that, and you've probably seen this before, and if you haven't, well then it'll be something new for you to look at. But because I've only got these very small, I hope it's cut good. So I'm going to cut along here, take this off, because I want this piece of material, this bit of sheer stuff. Well, it's really soft, and therefore it's only going to make a very light, nice little one of these, because you don't want it too bulky. You don't want it something that's really stiff and bulky. Now I put glue on that and I stuck that on there, and that just did not stick to it, did it? So I know now that I'm going to be sewing this onto the cover. Okay, so when I did that one there, I just figured, well, I need this much, and that's what I did. So I didn't really have a plan of how long it had to be, but I'm going to tell you how long I'm going to use. And I think it's going to be about 20 centimetres, I think. I'll just go over here to the ruler and right, 7 inches, which is on centimetres. Oh dear, these things are all different. I've got an inch one and a centimetre one here. I've got this. We got this. Are we going to cut it yet? Just wait and see. So that's 16 centimetres. I thought I might take it to 20. I don't know. Don't think I did. We'll do 18 just to be 18 centimetres. So I'll get a bit more. And the width of it is only, it's an inch. Righto, an inch. The width of it, that's very upside down and back to the front, but that's only an inch, which is 2 and a bit centimetres, nearly 2.5 centimetres. Okay, so that's how wide you want it to be, and then if you've got enough to do that, but you won't be probably cutting it off the same thing I did. So then we need to turn that over, but before we do that, I'm going to get the bead. No, it's not a bead needle. This is the one that I did it with, and I threaded it with thread that is this colour over here, but when it's the wrong sort of colour, but it won't be able to be seen anyway, so that doesn't matter. So what you've got to do first, you've got to put these two ends together, and you've got a knot, and you're going to sew. Where are they two? I've got to make sure I've got the two bits, and for some reason, okay, here we go. So we're going to sew up here like this, fairly close to the edge again, right through, and then I'm going to try and get that lot not to be a bit smaller, but I'm going to get back up there again because there's holes in this piece of stuff, you know, so we don't want it to be coming undone, or that not going through the hole. So I'm going to do a back stitch there. Do your back stitch. You have to do the back stitch at the end, because not only will that keep that secure, but when you're pulling up the flower, if you don't do the back stitch, that piece there will come up into a bunch and it won't work. So now you want to turn this around here like this, right? And you're going to stitch around it reasonably close to the edge, because you haven't got much to work with. So hopefully it'll only be a tiny flower. We only want a tiny flower, and you sort of got to make them the best you can, don't you? If you only want them small. Let's try and make this into a circle, so it'll work for me. I did not want to take too long on this, but these little bits though, it helps your piece, the little bits, I think, that really does. You add little bits of interest to it, we're working on. I mean, the beads made a big difference too. I do love doing the slow stitching, but I like it to have a little bit of work as well. You know, like something else that I put on there. So we're folding all that in half there. And then we're going along here. Suppose I'm not making the stitches too big, but don't go too big, because it won't work very good for you. They'll be, if you go too big. Now you want to come back to the beginning, of course. Okay, don't get that bit caught there, that's not going to work. Okay. Right. There we go. We're going to pull that up there fairly tight. It's very, this is ruffled a fair bit, this one, isn't it? It doesn't matter though, they don't have to be exactly. I've got a feeling they're probably not even from the same piece of fabric. Maybe they are, I don't know. But anyway, this is really, really fluffy. It's not, I didn't skimp it all on the fabric because I wanted to make it a bit substantial. If you make it smaller, that's fine, it's up to you. But see, I'm flattening it down too. I don't want it to be sitting up too much. I want it to be flat down like that, see? And then I'm going to get a button to put in the middle. I hope I can find something the same as that. I should have looked for two while I was at it, shouldn't I? This is one of my button things now. I've got to use this because you can see what I've done to my fingers lifting these open. It's not good, is it? I've taken all the skin off myself opening these bits of these containers. So we've got a little mauvey sort of one, haven't we? Okay. Might have to go with a little bit darker colour. And that one's a little bit bigger too. That doesn't matter because the flower is, isn't it? I can use a different colour. I'd like to use a... I've got something... I hope I haven't got my head in under there. I'm trying to peep in the box. You can't really see in this because there's just too much in each one of these things. It's just not handy at all, is it really? Oh, that's all right. That one there, like that. I'm going to use that. I am. didn't want anything too bright, but I do want to be able to see it. Actually, I'm going to end this off. No, I'm not, because I'm going to use that for beading in a minute. So I'm going to take that up there through the back of that. I'm going to get a piece of this thread. Is that what I'm going to use? Or do I want this thinner one? Which one did I put on there with? I think I used the thick one because that way it just... But which... I've got two pieces threaded up here, and the needles... This one's really big, so I'm going to use this one here. So I've decided to use a piece of this crochet thread to put the button on with because it's thick and you don't need a lot, you know, so you can just put 2 stitches in. That should be enough. Have I got a knot in it? No, not. Better put a knot in it. I don't mind the colour. I think the colour's good. It's a little bit tricky just trying to find the hole. Now that's not good because that got caught in there. Aha, now I've undone it. That's good. I've uncaught that. Made sense. It's undone now, Sonia. Undone. Okay, now. Right, I forgot to start this by telling you. Okay, everybody, I have not had any sort of... Some horrible person has taken my Facebook pictures and put up on there that I have had operations because I had throat cancer. Now, you people know me, and you would know, if you were a friend of mine on Facebook, surely you would have seen me on here as well, and you know that I'm fine. That's not me, and I'm not asking for anything. I don't know if that person's asking for anything, because I never clicked on it, and I'm not going to. A couple of people have let me know that was there, but I never read it that far before. I was going to just... I'm ignoring it because it's ridiculous, you know. Why don't they just... They must want people to donate to me. Please don't do that. Please don't take any notice of that. That's definitely not me. If there's anything wrong with me, I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be asking you for money. So you know me, and I've been on here for a lot of years, and I wouldn't be doing that. So please don't do anything with that. And whoever you are, you know, you need to go and get a life and stop, doing this to people. It's ridiculous. Now I put those little pink ones around there that I got out of... What did I do with the box? Oh, it's up here, so I could find it. Very good. No, I'm sorry about that. I'm getting off on me horsey. But how dare they? Why would people do that? So, as far as I know, and there's also some sort of different writing to Australian writing on that page. You know, like it's not in another language. So it's got my picture there and the thing of my Facebook page. Something to say that I've had surgery because I had throat cancer. I can't believe this. People are really rude, and I think just keep away from me. I don't like that at all. I'm really, really upset about that because I wouldn't be asking people for money for anything like that. It just, oh dear. Anyway, so now I've got... I probably went too far, did I? I'm sorry if I did. I want to get these little colour ones out here like these. Yeah, so anyway, sorry about that, people. It wasn't my doing. I did not do it, and I hope that you're not taking any notice of it because I'm fine, okay? And I wouldn't be asking people for money for things like that. That's terrible. Okay, so I'm really glad I haven't got anything like that wrong with me. I don't know why would they say things like that. That's dreadful. To make people feel sorry for you, I suppose, I guess. And that's bad. Anyway, that's that one. Now this one's a bit better. This one I have to tell you. I have actually... The video that I did before this one is number 2 and the other one's number 1, of course, because this will be 3. Do I like that on there? It looks a bit... Yes, it's bad. So on number 1, the first video I did on this piece, I showed you these cottons that I got. You know, there was... I went and I found the link, and I've actually put it up there on that page. Actually, I think I put it up on part 1 and part 2. Okay? To Etsy. And please, I hope it goes to the right place. I did click on it myself, and it did. So whatever you do, be careful. Don't go typing it in, because if you type it in, you could make a mistake. You never know. So just click on the link. I did, and it took me fair to where I was supposed to go. If you're worried about it, just go onto AliExpress. If you don't like clicking onto links, go onto AliExpress and write in sewing threads and just look until you find it. It's a packet with 9 or 10 in it. One of them's variegated. It's $1.70 something today with $3 something shipping. Okay, that's what I've seen on there anyway. I hope you can find it. I've clicked on the link and it's taken me there. Okay, it's not doing anything else. It's not supposed to. So, yeah. So I'm just a bit upset about that person doing that to me, because there's nothing wrong with me, and I don't know why you would use me to do that. That's terrible. You people might not have... I don't know if you're after money because you haven't got any, but if that's the case, please try some other way of getting some, because I can't do that. I don't want you to do that to me and other people. You know, that's just not fair. Maybe you're doing it for somebody that's got a lot of money and they're making a lot of money out of what you're doing, and you're not getting anything for it, whoever you are. But that happens. I've seen this thing once on the internet where there was a whole heap of people, I don't know what country they were from, they were sitting in a hallway, I probably told you this before, down either side there was all these men, and they all had a laptop each, and they were all conning people, you know, and that's what they do for somebody that's running the show. You know, that's what they do for them. They con people and do things like that, and that's absolutely. I saw that. And it's not. You must understand it's true that people just do that, and I don't understand why. Anyway, I don't want to get too upset about it, because I think it's really bad, people doing that to you. I don't want to lose my credibility by that happening. You know. I reckon that look all right or not. I've upset myself. I suppose it does. You can see it really plain. Where's the other one? Here. It's going to look good, you know. I really do. I don't think I like them on there. It must be the stress I'm under. What's going on here? I must be under too much stress from that, worrying about that. But I'm not going to worry about it, because it's not worth me worrying about you people, whoever you do doing this to me. Meanies. Not nice at all. People might need to do that to get the food to last them the day, and that's the thing. But can't you do something else that's honest instead of doing something like that? That's bad. Lying to people about things like that is not even, you know, about what I'm sick and stuff. So they give me money. Oh, goodness me, it doesn't even come to me. If you think about it, it's going somewhere else. I don't want it. But you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, thread my needle again and try that again. Put those back in there. I don't like the colour of them on this. It's not working for me. I'm turning this into bead soup, but not. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. And I don't know if there was another thing. I think there was another thing. Oh, yes. Don't forget to leave comments, everybody, because on my birthday I'll be drawing out somebody's name to win my giveaway. I am actually going to give somebody something, okay? I'm not wanting anything for my birthday. I want to give you something for my birthday. I want to give you a parcel. Only one person, I'm sorry, I can't do it for everybody. I'm going to give somebody a parcel, okay? I'm going to put it all together and show it before I draw it, alright? So if there's a comment on my channel, that'll be really good. Like and subscribe and share, all them things that you can do. The more I get comments and likes and things, the better it is for me. I'm not making a lot of money, I'm telling you now. It takes a lot of subscribers watching you all the time to do that. I make about $120 a month. Right? Cost me $95 for me internet. And that's okay. I mean, I don't mind. It just helps me a bit, you know. I think I told you this before. I might not have done, but well, Google pays us, I suppose, for our likes and looks and things. But as far as the for the ads, I don't know how many ads go up there, but I only got about $8 for ads. And that's a bit silly. I wonder. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not going to complain about it. I like to do this. It's what I do. I didn't do this to be rich. Some people can do really well with it, but it depends on the amount of things that you get. But anyway, it's all good. Maybe I could put green on these. What do you reckon? Do you think this one will look good with green on it? Because there's green on there. I'll just try this one. These are really pretty, aren't they? Now, I've talked a bit about that. I can't help it. I don't have a story today because that was the only thing that I've been thinking about. Sometimes I think up stories. Well, think about the past and things like that and stuff that's happened and what people are doing and things like that, you know. But I've had a bit of a rave on about lots of things, I guess. Sometimes I get very passionate about some things and other things I think I'd just like to be in denial on that. Thank you very much. I just don't know about it. Now I've got a big cobbly up knot on that. So instead of fiddling around with that for the rest of the time on here, I'm going to cut that off. I don't have a choice because I've made a big mess of it, didn't I? Righto. Let's have another go at this. Anyway. I've been doing a bit of stuff. I've been making a few little bits for my shop. I was going to have my own shop, but I decided I think I better sell it on Etsy because I can't work out how to do it. I can, but I just don't know what to do. Because what I'm making too is not very expensive, okay? And I'm feeling that I'm not going to be able to post them overseas because I can't afford the postage. Unless people want to pay the postage, you know. But it's because it's too expensive. That's a shame. If you're buying something that's, you know, plus we've got to think about our 13% they take. Then there's tax. There's a whole heap of things that they got up there that you got to pay, and I don't mind doing that but then I worry about people wanting to pay the postage. See, the thing is too, everybody says, oh, you've got to put it on free postage, and that way more customers will look at it. Well, that's a bit silly because then you think, I can't really charge and add the postage on and then say, well, look at this, you know, it's a good buy. Because people think that they're paying all that money. So you include $20, right, on something that you think you might only put $20 on. And that just doesn't seem right, does it? You think, oh dear, that's a bit expensive. And then you take away your 13% and your tax and everything else, but, well, never mind. We'll keep doing the things that we're doing, and that's probably what the best thing is. Our Stepto motto has been stick to what you know. only because through things of I only started with my Jeremy and I and the girls' family because that's our family. Because if you had something, then you kept and you were getting it, you know, like I don't know, maybe just say a particular loaf of bread, eh? And you think, oh no, I might have tried this other one, and then you try it and you don't like it, and you think, oh well, you stick to what you know, and that happens. You know, every time you change your mind, well, not every time, but most of the time, things are different, and they're not the same, and you stick to what you know. You know, so that was what we say. Sometimes we do something a bit different, but we're very, very, I don't know. I can't think of that word. I was going to say reliable, but that's not, you know, that's not what I mean. It's not in the right place. That looks really good. Makes it look a bit vintage, doesn't it, too? I'm here. I'm putting little beads around here. Okay, I might not have showed you those ones, but you're going to see these, all right? Sorry about that. I've been out of the shot. But you know what? This is more or less of a talk as well as... there's more of a talk video and it's showing a few beads being stitched on it. I'm just doing a talk one. So I'm going to put that on the thing that don't expect to see all this in the shot. If I remember to say that, because I've got to... Sometimes my head just not in that because by the time I go to put this up, it gets there and it'll be... A lot of things have gone past my brain by then and I've got stuck in it or whatever. So as you're going around too, if you're pulling it up a bit, this'll fix it really nice and well. I do like this one, how it's turned out. I do want to make one more to show you because I'm going to pull this up. Can't get back any further than that, can I? That's a shame. I do like how that's working. I'm doing that. Anyway, we'll keep going now, so I'm fiddling about. Sorry about this. Well, you only missed me doing on some beads. Look, I don't want you to be upset now, tell me. Tell me, look, I'm just sewing around the edge of this thing here. I'm putting them little beads on. This one is sitting out there in the distance. Why is that? I'll have to go back and fix him. He's doing sitting up there. Okay. Right. If I go around here and pull one up at a time, that's going to pull that in. Oops. Hang on, Sonia. Nobody panic. What have I got this twisted, have I? I'll do that. Untwist it, please. Righto. Let's go all around the top of there. Oh, sugar. Come on, it's the last one that I put on there. Why did it have to do this to me? It's twisted around here on the back. Or did I go through... I went through its own piece of thread. That's what I did wrong. Now just give it a bit of a manoeuvre. Hopefully. I do like that, how that looks there. I do like how that looks. Very good. I've really flattened it down because I want it to be flat. I do. I might worry about putting anything on the back of it. I'll wait until it's... I got something stuck. Can't see what I'm doing here. Righto. These ones here are pulled up. These ones are not. So that's not a good thing. I'm not impressed with that at all. I wonder if I can do this. Go around again. Probably should have went the other way. Seems these were already right. I'm going to have to, because that didn't work that way. Go back this way. Put the little beads up there. Oh dear. Nearly got it right. I know I've got to stitch that down, haven't I? Where are you? Through here. Right. Nope, that's not going to work. Wait a minute. Hold your pop the horses on you. Wait a minute. Have I got it yet? It keeps on shifting over me. I'm not happy. I'll fiddle it around with it till it gets to be looking like I need it to be. That's better. Righto, so now I've got this long piece out the back here that I will try and make a knot out of so I can... So it won't come out. Nobody wants to lose your little beads, do you? Well, they won't fall off, they'll just go a bit baggy. Righto, that's got him now. But I'm not cutting that bit off, I'm just going to shorten it a bit, I won't cut it off. And then it can be fastened to the piece of work. Now I've got time to show you another one. I did that was a lot of fiddling around with that. It took me a long time to make that tiny little thing. Oh, I do like that, it looks really good. I'm really pleased with it. It was worth it, all the fiddling about. Don't know about if you think so, but I do, definitely, because that's going to look really good. Now I have this other one here that I'm going to do like a suffle puff thing, because I just want to. That's just how it is. I think I might use this as a template today, because I don't... Oh, well, I've got them other things, but this is sitting here waiting handy for me. Now, I don't want to make too... yes, I do. Where's my pencil? My pencil. It's in my book. My pencil's in my sewing book, which I haven't really finished it yet, but I will. So I'm going to draw around here. Actually, I won't need to really... I shouldn't be doing this because I'm wasting my pencil. Because I'm going to cut it on in the inside of this anyway. I've just drawn on everything. But that's better than using a thing. I don't need to have to worry about taking it off either. I'll just cut around the edge of it. Cut it along the... Because when you're doing the suffle puff, you need to have it really... Well, it's good to have it nice and round. Because if it goes skew-whiff, it's not a very good look at all. And as you can see, I'm using a piece of really fine fabric, and this was actually the hem on a curtain, which had not even been used. See how it's turned over there. It was really long, so I cut that off because I like the fabric. I have a bit of thread here. I'm going to go with the... Oh, this is the most amazing bead needle, because look, you can thread... Well, I was going to say you can thread it like you can. I tell you can. See, that piece of material now that I've got there looks like it's just absolutely no colour at all in that. But once you get it gathered up, then you get your colour, see. So I'm going to put that there because I'm going to use another one. No, that's the one I can do. I've got everything threaded up a bit, so I can use this to gather it round. And this is pretty holy, so you're going to have to use, once you go around there, you're going to have to be careful. When you start out, because the knot's not going to be very substantial, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to have to do a back stitch here, because even if the knot doesn't go through now, it may do at the end of the game. I'll do a back stitch there, but not through the rest of it, because then you won't be able to pull it up if you do any back stitches. So just turn that over very short, like, very small amount. I won't have to worry about taking that blue off there. Maybe I will, just depends. It does come off really good. We've seen that when I did my other book that I'm making, the sewing book. It does work really good, that pencil. I'm going to get some more of them, because just like everything else, you run out when you really need to do something, you know. I like to have extra about just in case when something's run out, you know, you have to have a bit more. I've got to get more ink for me printer, because I'm going to do a bit of printing out, I hope. When I get my birthday present. Got a bit of an idea. Well, I know what's in there because I was just sent to the shop, but the box is sitting in the room on Jeremy's side table, bedside table. He's sitting there. Ah, dear. Still all sealed up, and that, he's not going to open it. I said to him, what if that's not what's in it? I couldn't trick him into letting me see, but anyway, it's all right. It's only fun. It's only having a bit of fun. Righto. Now that looks good. It's puffier because it's, you know, done in the circle. It's a lot puffier, and I do like the way that it looks. I do think that it looks really awesome, doesn't it? I just got to hang on to that till I make a knot, because, you know, everything's going to start coming unravelled while you're fiddling around trying to make the knot. So it's just what happens sometimes, I guess, the way things are. Now I've used 3 needles to make this little flower, but that's okay, because, you know, you need to do what you need to do. So I know some people don't like threading them or changing needles and things, but I want them to put, what on earth is going on over here? My sewing machine's making a noise, it's not even plugged in. It's just making a click. I wonder what's going on with that. That's weird, isn't it? Oh dear. Must be settling down or something. You actually can see the blue too through that, but I'm going to be putting a button on there any minute now. I'll take that through the back there and just cut it off. You can see the blue. And that's all right. We're not going to worry about that. It's only a little tiny bit of stuff. Now I want another. Oh, I can't do that. I've got to open it with this. That's not good, is it? You've got to have a pair of pliers to open the button box, but it keeps on smacking me up the fingers and taking all the skin off my hands. Okay, but we don't let anything stop us from doing this sort of thing, do we? Look, that's an interesting button. Look at that. It's a nice old one. Nope, don't want to do that one. How about this colour here? I might have to put these in a bigger box. This is a tiny bit annoying trying to get in there. Put it down and put that on there. That's not bad. It's a tiny bit big though. It's a tiny bit big. Yeah. I wonder if I've got a small one down in here somewhere. crikey. I'm planning on doing some things. I'm going to redo a lot of my storage things because what I've done the last time didn't really work that well for me. Did not work that well. What I've done the last time, that's better. For a start, these need to be in a bigger little nests because you can't find them, but I did want it like that so I could actually, oops, I have them in jars and that was just wrong. So I wanted to do them in sort of colours so I could find the colours that I needed. Okay, so now we're going to put that on. I'll use this one, put this one with it, put that on today. Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness me. Dear oh dear. Okay, so I'll use this one to put it on with. Don't tell me I just threw my... Oh, no, there it is. Thought I threw my bead needle across there, but... Now we're going to put this up through the back. So there. Now we can have 3, or we can have 5. But I think I want the other 2 things, because I want to put 5 things to be different things, and I don't know what sort of things I'm thinking about. Different things. Got no idea. This will not be a particular theme journal. This is just going to be a nice journal. Nothing particular. Whatever. Come on, get through there. Righto. I think I'll do one more in the middle because in this piece. There you go. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to have beads around the outside of this too. Don't think I've got time to do that though. I've taken up all your time this morning. Mostly though I wanted to talk to you about those things and just get a bit of work done on this while we were doing it. So I hope everybody's seen that and understands that it's not, it's not me, so don't worry and don't put any money into anybody's anything. I appreciate people who donate to my channel, but they do that through a different way, and it's nothing to do with what's up there on Facebook. Righto, what colour will I have now? The mauve one, eh? How about we use this one over here? That's snazzy. These are nice colours, aren't they? But they're very light, and that's okay. It only sort of shows up that they're that dark because there's in a pot of them. There's a pot of them. I do like my yo-yo things with these beads on. I do. I think it gives them a bit of a lift. They look awesome. So, we have King Charlie now. Oh, well, we did anyway. Always been a fan. I do like King Charlie. I do like him. Charles has always been one of my favourites. And of course the Queen. I mean, I know we are in Australia, but to us they are, well, to me, and I think a lot of other people, they're still our people, because that's where we came from originally. We did. I was very sad when the Queen passed away. King Charles will be just absolutely right. He will. He's a really good man. I don't really know him. But, So what, they might think about him being fussy about this, that and the other, but gee, we are too. Everybody's fussy about what they want, how they like things done. We all are. We just probably don't show the world because we're not out there in the world. My husband knows what picky thing I am about stuff. But he's really good to me because he understands that we all can be, you know, well, we all should understand that we all have our needs. This is awesome, this is. I am just having so much fun with this sewing. I've been battling away for so long with junk journals and making so many mistakes with them. I don't know if the mistakes is... it's not so much mistakes as I can't... I'm too judgy. I'm too judgy on what I want to do and takes me too long. But hopefully I can do this one because I've got the paper ready. I'm not going to put a whole heap of bits and things in it, just you know, like I usually do, because it's way too much work. And I could do more if I can. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? I do like those. What do you think that's going to look like, people? Do you think that's going to look okay? I did that, and this thing hasn't gone off yet, so I'm going to turn you off and turn that off, and I will talk to you later. I'm going to put a couple more somethings on here. I don't know what yet. Stay safe. Have a good day. And I'm sorry for me ranting today. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.